Welcome to FolioMaker 4, the simplest digital portfolio tool available today. FolioMaker is so simple to use that it takes less than 10 minutes to get familiar with all of its features. You'll be creating your first digital portfolio in no time. Let's take a look at the user interface. Starting off in the top left-hand corner, we have an area for your photo. Moving across, we have a main title and a subtitle. On the left hand side we have the button area, or the button panel. The button panel is made up of sections, and underneath sections you can have subsections. So these are areas of information related to the main section. In a section you can have text, you can have images. If we flick to another section here, you can also link to external documents or external websites by using the Insert Object button from the tool panel. So FolioMaker is a container that contains information and links to external documents. Although these documents start off as external, once you add them to FolioMaker, they are copied into the FolioMaker folder, and when you publish to CD or an external drive, a copy of that file is copied to your portfolio and published along with it. Once you've created a portfolio, you can very quickly publish it to a CD by choosing the Burn Folio option from the File menu. When you burn the folio, all files and related information are copied to the CD so that the person viewing the CD does not require the FolioMaker software. It will be a self-contained, self-running CD. To take a look at what the portfolio looks like, we can choose the Preview Folio option. So this compiles all the information and runs the portfolio. Your portfolio has an introduction where you can load some images and some music in, and also a logo. Here we have the portfolio as the viewer would see it. So as you can see, the edit functions have been removed. There are no toolbars. This is just a portfolio with the information that you have published. So the viewer can now click on the interface, read your information, and click your links to the files. When we click the link, it launches the file which is contained on the CD. So as we click around the portfolio, we can see the different sections that contain the different types of information. So we can link to audio, video, image files, PowerPoints, Word documents, any type of file you wish to, and as the user clicks on them, it will launch the associated program. We'll now take a look at another folio. So I'll go to our recent folios, and this one is for an older student, a tertiary student, which is a professional portfolio for a student studying education. Now I'll just show you another feature of FolioMaker. As well as being able to publish to CD and produce a digital portfolio, you can also export your portfolio as a PDF if you'd like to email it, or print it to paper. And so what FolioMaker does is automatically compile the information that you've added to your folio into a nicely formatted paper-based portfolio. And it uses all the headings from your buttons and all the information you've added. So is it really that easy? Well, let's take a look. I've just opened up a new portfolio. So this is a blank folio ready for me to start creating my own personalized folio. So the first step I take is to add my photo. Now I'm going to reconstruct the Millie portfolio. So I'm just going to search to my folder on my computer where I have some media and look for the same sort of information that I've added to the other folio. So we pop the photo in. It's too large, so we can quickly zoom back and line up the section of the photo that we want to use and click Done. So now we have our photo. We can add our folio name. So we'll just call this My Portfolio, and my name I'll stick with Millie. Alright, so we've set up our folio now. If I'd like to change the logo, I can go to Settings, School Logo, click on the image and browse to a different logo. Just make sure it's the same size as the existing logo. If I'd like to choose a new skin, I can do this at any time. I can play with the different types of skins that are available. For this demo, I'll stick with the default skin. Okay, so I'm ready to start adding my information. So section 1 I will call welcome. So I've just clicked on the button with my left mouse button and typed welcome. It's as simple as that. That's how you make a button. It's there waiting for you to add your text to. So now we're in the welcome section. So I'm just going to type some text. I'm actually going to paste some text. I've got it on the clipboard and pop it into there. Now I can just play with the formatting. So I will change the font, maybe up the size a bit for the heading, and I'll center that and make it bold. Okay, so welcome to my portfolio. So we write some introduction text, and underneath that we might like to add a photo. So we choose our insert object button, choose image, browse to your folder and select any image that you'd like to add. Now FolioMaker automatically resizes any images that you add, and it also compresses the file size so that you don't use too much disk space up. Now it resizes to fit the width of the portfolio section area. If you need to increase or decrease the size, just click on the image and use the tools to resize that picture. Very simple editing tools in FolioMaker. So there we have welcome. If I need to add a subsection to my welcome section, I just click the new subsection button. That just adds a new subsection, and again we can type. If we want to add a second subsection, we click it again and type. Now if we want to go and add some content to the hello section, we click on the hello section and we type some information. Now I'm going to add a new section. So I click the plus sign in the bottom left hand corner and we get a new section, and this section we can call English. In English I can write an introduction and I can put any images or content in there, but what I'll do in this case is add a subsection. I'm just going to call this subsection Essay Draft, and over here I can introduce the viewer to my draft, so please click here to view my draft. Now I just choose the insert object button and I want to link to a file, and choose the file you'd like to link to. You can see it's inserted a link, and that is a link directly to that file. You can still go on to add any more content into this section, so you might add another picture or some more text. Now we'll go on and add a second subsection, and we'll call this my final essay, and again add a link in here. Please click and then add the link to the final piece of work. So you can see it's very easy to construct your sections and link to your files and pieces of work. These are the only buttons you really need to use, which are down here: the plus button to add a section, and then the subsection button to add subsections. You can click as many times as you like to add as many subsections. If you need to delete a section, just choose it and hit the minus button, and it will delete the section you've chosen. If you'd like to delete a whole section, including all its subsections, then just click on that section, hit the minus button, and it will warn you that it's going to delete all the subsections as well. Hit yes, and they're all gone. So very simple to add and delete sections and to insert media. At any time you can reopen a portfolio and edit any of the content in that folio. Change text. You could add more sections or subsections and add more information and links to files. So hopefully this video gives you a good overview of the features of FolioMaker. We hope that it shows you how simple it is to use and how quickly you can be creating your own digital portfolios.